Hello photography fans and welcome back to another LensVid review. Today we're taking a look at the Accsoon follow focus system. Let's see what it can do. Accsoon provides wireless video transmission systems, and now this wireless follow focus. Disclaimer first, before we get into this video, I have to preface it with some issues that we've run into with all the follow focus systems that we've worked with. With all the innovations and the technology being incorporated into these follow focus systems, the actual usability comes down to the cage. We have yet to find a cage that could be easily and minimally set up with a follow focus system, and more importantly, to hold it tightly enough for the whole thing to work smoothly. There are a number of issues with cages. The biggest one is not having a camera quick release and not enough points of contact to keep the camera from wiggling around. The whole concept of having a follow focus is to provide smooth focus, but it all depends on the cage that it's on. The Accsoon F-C01 follow focus provides wireless control of a small motor with plenty of torque to smoothly pull focus from up to 300 feet away with very low latency. Accsoon ships this kit in a semi-hard carrying case that includes the controller, the motor, a short rail and rail holder, an adjustable gear ring, and power cables. There's also a battery kit with 2 NPF 50 batteries and a charger. From the first look, the controller impresses with its aluminum jog wheel, but the rest of the controller unit and the motor housing are made of plastic. The controller comes with a quick release to easily place it on the camera cage or hand it to a focus puller. Another interesting design choice is this magnetic battery door for quick access. Both the controller and the motor come equipped with small screens that show the battery status, connection, and calibration info. The controller screen shows jog wheel tracking percentage, which is useful since the hard stops on the metal jog wheel are not dampened. The controller also features a pairing button, a clockwise counterclockwise toggle button, AB point selector button, and a calibration button. There's also a record button to trigger the camera remotely, but we couldn't test this feature since the system requires a special camera control cable. To power the motor, the control unit comes equipped with a USB-C port, which means that this isn't truly a wireless system. You can also power the motor through the provided D-tap or DC cable, which will give you remote focusing control. To set up the system, you'll need a cage. The problem is, there's really no way to set it up comfortably without extra cage accessories. If you set the controller on the left side, then the rail will be in the way of your camera grip. Placing the controller on the right side means that you can't reach the camera grip at all. In our setup, we opted for an extra handle on the left side and placed the controller on the top, horizontally. And to free up the camera grip, we placed the rail on top of the cage. This also presented a couple of problems because not every cage has additional points of contact to keep the camera tight inside the cage. If the camera wiggles around, because the motor has plenty of torque, it will not stay in place and will eventually lose grip. Even with the second point of contact on this cage, there's still a little wiggle room. Another thing that you have to watch out for is that the handle on the left side doesn't get in the way of the flip out screen. If you need to pull focus remotely, then your setup will require a battery. We tried powering the motor with a power bank, but it wouldn't stay on. Accsoon advised that we use a power supply with more constant delivery. We had to look at the different top handles that we have in the studio for the best way to place a V-mount battery. A regular handle with just one row of mounting holes can hold the V-mount plate, but it will be off balance. It's 2022, people. Can someone please figure out this cage dilemma already? Once you finally set it up, the system is plug and play. There's no need to pair the parts, but calibration needs to be performed every time that you power on the unit. Hold down the calibration button and the motor will turn until it finds the lens's hard stops. For a lens with no hard stops, you need to manually rotate the ring to one end and then the other end and click the calibration button to set the stops. The AB points function limits the focus travel between points A and B. To indicate the stops, rotate the controller to point A and then press the AB button. Rotate to the B stop and press the AB button again. The screen will show the AB indicator and mark the stops on the track. To cancel, press the AB button again. There's also a feature to control the motor from the Accsoon Go app, but we had trouble connecting to the unit. We're waiting for Accsoon to help us with this feature. In our tests, in wired mode, the controller battery powered both units for over 3 hours, which is plenty of runtime for such a small battery. When powering the motor separately, the controller had more than enough juice for a full day of work. We also did some tests with pulling the focus remotely. The motor was very responsive even with no line of sight from more than 10 meters away through 2 metal doors. In conclusion, the Accsoon F-C01 is well built and easy to use. The cable situation is a bit of a hurdle, but its remote capabilities are pretty powerful. We would really like to see this system include an internal battery for the motor and have a redesigned rail holder for better placement. As for pricing, the Accsoon F-C01 sells for $280. And that is it for our look of the Accsoon F-C01 fellow focus system. Check out the full review on our website at lensvid.com, subscribe to this channel, and come back for more videos. We'll see you in the next one.